And also recently, the JVP leader, he also said that if there is going to be a change in the leadership, that there might be an extension of GSP plus, Mr. Senadhira. What are your comments on this? Is it a possibility?
Well, it is either deliberate, I don't know whether it's deliberate, it's absolutely inaccurate statement. And first of all, I would like to say that during the JVP leaders' visit to France, I was also there. And normally, when we have to discuss with the French government or EU officials, we have to obtain appointments. And the embassy handles these appointments for parliamentarians or politicians or officials. And as far as I know, there had been no request to meet any of the EU officials, and as far as I know, Mr. Soman Samarasinghe has not spoken to any EU official or French official on GSP issue. And to say that the EU had promised to grant GSP if there's a change in leadership in Sri Lanka is, to say the least, incorrect statement. And the only thing Mr. Amaravansa did was to organize a demonstration in front of our embassy in Paris, collecting a handful of JVPs and 2 members of, altogether only 20 people were present, 18 JVPs and 2 UNP members, members of the UNP Paris branch were present at that demonstration. And that was to disgrace Sri Lanka. You see, the nation, to hold a demonstration against the Sri Lankan mission. You see, the French people asked us, well, we have seen demonstrations against Sri Lankan mission by the terrorist groups, pro-LTT groups. But this, to see another group trying to disgrace after elimination of terrorism, again to bring the focus to Sri Lankan embassy and say that there are certain violations of human rights, is to, in Sinhalese we say that uda balagana kela gahana, that is something like that. Is it to spit up so that the spit falls on your own face? You see, that is to disgrace Sri Lanka. That is very unfortunate, and this sort of things. Whatever said and done, opposition leader Ranil Wickremesinghe during his visits, he may have had secret discussions with the European Union and French leaders, but in any of his press interviews, he had deliberately refrained from direct attacks on the state of Sri Lanka, the country. But unfortunately, the JVP leader had not exercised as restraints.
And Mr. Senadhira, also about the recent comment that was released by the opposite candidate, the retired general, about the very controversial issue about the LTT people who were going to come and surrender to be killed. This particular statement, what kind of impact did it have on the international community? How did France look at it? And do you also think there can be a connection between the consideration of the suspension of the GSP plus in connection to the human rights and the statement released?
That's a very, very unfortunate statement made by the former army commander, because that had given some credence to pro-LTT activists abroad. The Tamil diaspora had taken up this issue, and they have informed the governments of European Union, the member countries, including France and Britain, this proof of certain human rights violations of the Tamil people or suppression of Tamils, large-scale massacre of, or sometimes they go to the extreme, the genocide of Tamils in Sri Lanka. But this kind of statements, well, subsequently the army command had withdrawn, but the newspaper stands by the story. Whether he said it or not, the matter, the damage has been done. Internationally, the damage has been done, and it has brought a black mark to Sri Lanka, it will be very difficult to erase this black mark unless he comes out openly and challenges the newspaper and proves that he had not told that and he had not betrayed the forces, or he had not made such a statement against his own military.
So do you think these are results of foreign forces offshore being at play? Is there some sort of a connection between the foreign forces that are not seen, that is in play, that you can see as a diplomat in the field of international relations and all that?
At the moment, how these things fall into place, the sequence of events show there is some hidden hand behind the whole thing. Because withdrawal of GSP Plus at this particular juncture, the announcements come in just before the announcement of the presidential election, the statement against the military, human rights violation issues, and to prove, the proof coming from inside sources like General Fonseca. So this kind of things, this is definitely strengthening the international forces against Sri Lanka. That is a fact. But it is very difficult to prove whether all these are connected to an international conspiracy. But the fact remains that the forces against Sri Lanka have become hyperactive because of these recent issues.
Right. We are speaking to Mr. Sugeeswara Senadhira, the former Minister Council for Paris and also Norway. So we have touched upon the age-old relationships we've been having with France as a country, and then we discussed the recent issues that has come up with this political context with the ending of the war, and why the foreign minister visited Sri Lanka, why the France foreign minister visited Sri Lanka, and also the issues that is with connected with the GSP Plus, because the former Minister Council has also been in the discussion with respect to EU, and we also discussed the possible hidden forces that could be in play with respect to the statements that was released by the opposite candidate, and also the GSP Plus extension at a crucial time where we are running into the presidential elections. And also he mentioned and touched upon how unfortunate the comments of the JVP leader about the human rights issues with respect to, again, which could have an impact on GSP Plus. So we will take a short break and be back to continue our discussion. Stay with us.